kill some racists.
That's what we're going to try to do. Hey, everybody. Hey there, patrons. Welcome back. I know that some of you may be less than enthused about another Far Cry 5, but you know what? It's what's out. It's what I've been playing. I feel like we got more of an opportunity to do stuff, and I'm way close to the end of the game. So,
Woo!
I'm Jeff.
I'm Matt.
We're in the third area that's all about this, like,
And then I'll tell you what, I'm feeling purty tonight.
kind of militant, like, backwoods militia guy.
Is that, that's where we're going to go meet.
Militant backwoods militia.
Hey,
No, he's the bad guy.
Oh.
And then the militant backwoods militia that's on the good guy side. That's another one. I got a perk that lets me, when I fast travel to a place,
I'm a militant backwoods militia, but I tell you what, I didn't vote for Trump.
just open up
Oh, God, no.
a wingsuit whenever I feel like it. So,
Oh, hey.
and oh yeah, I forgot.
Is
I got
one of your friends?
in this area. Let's go ahead and do some heavies.
War on drugs.
Let's do
Oh, you get a bear friend.
Herc and Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Is that his name?
And he's got bear arms.
Oh, shit.
Will exercise his right to attack. And he's got a cross to bear.
Oh, he's going to exercise his right to maul the shit out of you.
Okay, bye. Where's my bear at?
Where my bear at? We going to get that bear?
Matt, are you just gonna
Yeah, the whole episode.
say
This is
things?
what you signed up for, Jeff.
Is that what I said?
We're going to sign
Hey,
up
Herc.
for... Hey, Herc. You go-
Herc is pretty funny. Here comes Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger
Come here, buddy.
used to like to eat cheeseburgers, but now he's got the diabetes, and so you can't give him
Oh.
cheeseburgers anymore.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
That's fucking sad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
And
what.
Herc was a DLC guy that I think showed up in 3 and 4. Okay, you know what, you guys? I'm going to go to the objective. You just meet me over here.
You guys,
Will you
you guys
figure
get
it
that
out?
GPS worked into your bear over there.
Okay, let's get my sniper rifle. It's
You get
always
the
a good
bear?
thing. I got some. All right, let's go with the machine gun for right now. Are you guys back there?
They're coming.
God damn.
They're coming.
So yeah, there's a bunch of different. Wait, hold on. If a cheeseburger gets up close, hey, look, it's a deer.
Whoa.
Okay, I don't really care that much about the deer. Why are you guys staying so far back? Oh, is there a plane? Is that one of the enemy planes?
What?
Herc's on the move.
Herc, you have a rocket launcher, I know. God damn it. Cheeseburger, where are you at?
Cheeseburger, you strap a rocket launcher to your back.
No, I just
Hey, buddy.
I want to pet him.
Oh, you can pet him like you could in Far Cry Primal.
No, maybe not. Wait, there it was.
Wait.
Where is he?
Man,
There he is.
I really enjoyed Far Cry Primal.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
I really didn't. It was my least favorite Far Cry game.
Oh, well, to be fair, I haven't really played any of the other Far Cry games.
I actually went back and downloaded Far Cry 4. Who are you talking? Who's?
I don't know. Just go to the objective.
Anyway, yeah. I actually went back and bought and downloaded Far Cry 4. Somebody has my copy. I don't know who. But because I have a theory that the story in Far Cry 4 is better, mostly because the bad guy's better.
Sure.
Okay, let's see what Bo here wants from us.
Oh, I'm not saying that the... Okay.
We'd be having different words.
The Peggies are the religious people.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Call me Bo. I've been living off this land for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, you make that plaid shirt off the lamb.
You are probably smell... You probably smell
Now,
terrible.
here's a problem that I have with Far Cry 5.
I tell him.
Eden's Gate.
They don't have animation.
Always, though.
They have their idle animation,
Uh-huh.
but when they're talking, they're just doing their idle animation, which doesn't really fit with what's going on coming out of their mouth.
Like these.
Sure.
It ain't smart relying on man-made junk to save your
Like, you
ass.
just look like he has a pee.
I can see this.
Yeah, he's kind of doing the pee-pee dance.
Yeah.
Tell you what. Get me some eagle feathers and big old leviathan bones, and I'll prove it to you.
No, I don't want to do another hunting mission. I don't
What's
want
a
to do another
leviathan bone?
hunting. Probably fish.
Oh.
Do some fishing.
Okay.
So let's see. What do we got here? I'm really close to kind of getting to the end of this Clutch Nixon side mission. What is this? Is reach Snowshoe Lake, help both find some extremely rare and hard to find materials. Oh wait, what's the reward? That looks like a perk, but I don't know what perk it is. Okay, so let's do. What do we got here? Help Wheatley recover prepper stashes hidden in the woods. I'm so close to being able to assault the end of this.
Right.
I'm just looking for like a I'm just looking for like a outpost that I can destroy, because it's got that thing where you fill up the meter and then you get to go kill this guy, which we probably would never be able to get through all the way through. But
Sure.
I was just hoping to kind of get close to it. He has this weird thing. I don't understand. Like, he shows up and he's got a music box, and when he turns the music box, it turns you into a psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Psycho killer.
But like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand why. Like, the sister would drug you, and so all of her stuff took place in like the weird Far Cry. I'm on hella drugs. Everything's weird.
It's great
level,
how
but,
even
like-
in fucking Far Cry Primal they had especially Far Cry Primal they had the drug thing.
Yeah, where the guy would get the blood skull, right?
Yeah, the blood. He would fill a skull with blood and spit and herbs and
and make you drink it.
pee, and then you drink it and eyeballs.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. That's what I kind of like. I understood that Primal didn't exactly have a super engaging, deep story, but I thought the gameplay was really fun, and I thought the
Okay.
I thought the characters were just
Hey, you!
Hey.
Open up, Dylan! My goddamn boyfriend has my fishing rod and won't give it back.
This is what you're worried about.
Would ya? You're
Well, that's the other
probably right.
thing.
Shoot a couple holes in his stuff, scare the shit out of him.
Okay, that I can do.
All right,
Shoot some holes in the stuff.
just sewage tank.
Sewage tank, huh? Where's the sewage tank?
I think that's it.
What? This?
That was the blue thing. Yeah.
No, that's my bear.
Oh no, not the blue thing. The flashing thing. That thing. You ever taken a? You ever taken a poop in a trailer?
Nope.
I have. You ever
Okay.
had to clean out a septic tank from a trailer?
Nope.
I have. I used to go hunting with my dad out in North Texas, and it looked like this.
Hey, can I play this guitar?
Ah!
That cult's been
Oh,
doing
I was supposed to.
Can't believe he thinks the best way to stay alive is to join those fucking psychopaths. He just doesn't
Like,
get
see,
it.
she has no expression, no
Get us
body
outta
language.
here.
Yeah, see, that's
This is
why
also
I don't know.
the Admiral. Big cash
Of course,
reward.
like of course we're talking a lot about Jim Sterling lately, but you know he made his whole video about how Ubisoft games like they've got pretty high production values, but
know how is fishing.
there's a lot of
Use the company and I'll teach you some angling.
there's a lot of cut corners on these games because they pump them out like Marvel movies.
Well, it's more. Yeah. I actually, before we started, we were talking. We had a video that unfortunately I did not hit the record button on. But you know, we're talking about how like
Oh, it's a little wolfie pup.
they drug them out and then make them into these hardcore killing machines.
Aw.
So I think that there's a certain amount of like danger that you need when you're making a thing. A certain amount of kind of like crazy auteur, like, you know, your Kojima, your Miyazaki, your kind of like
Let the artists make art.
right.
Yeah.
To a degree. I don't, you know.
I mean,
Wait,
Rain
what are
and
we
some of
doing?
their crazier
We trout?
instinct. Oh,
Hurt, get out of there. You're going to scare the fish. What are we, trout bugger? Okay. All right, I guess we're going to be fishing. Fortunately, fishing is not difficult. Cheeseburger, will you please get the fuck out of there? Cheeseburger.
He knocked the cooler into the water.
Cheeseburger, you're really not helping. Lady, listen, I'm trying to fish because you want me to fish, all right? But, you know, I feel that in a lot of ways this game kind of almost feels like it was made by committee, which is a little bit of, you know, is a little bit, oh, I got to catch 3. Okay. Is a little kind of not, it's disappointing just because, like, okay, this game is set in America.
Okay.
And the game is about a religious cult that takes over a town, and you're trying to take it back, right?
Right.
There's a lot to unpack about that concept.
Sure.
In 2018. And boy, howdy, they just don't do anything about
Yeah, I
it.
was going to say, isn't your
Like-
character like... I know Far Cry main characters don't tend to be, again, super complicated. They're usually more or less ciphers, but they have at least a degree of motivation.
Yeah, so there's a thing that I haven't really talked about. Oh, God damn, this cast that so far out.
All right.
There's a thing I haven't really talked about. The beginning of this game, what happens is you are the deputy. So the sheriff, a federal marshal, and 2 deputies go to arrest Jacob Seed.
Yeah.
When you get there, he lets himself be taken and says, like, God will let you take me. And so as he's leaving, you... okay, are we still having a quest here?
That money's our ticket out of here.
You want me to catch you a fish? Can I please kill...
You got it. You challenge completed.
Okay.
Got a perk.
No, she's...
Talk to Skylar.
Keep practicing, and maybe I'll have some new pointers for you later.
Good. Okay, bye. Shoot.
Thanks for listening to me ramble. Sometimes it's nice to be able to get shit off your chest, you know?
Hit you in the face with this.
You got a bear in your face.
Okay, are we done so? Okay,
We did
good.
it.
So in the beginning of this game, you and those guys get on a helicopter. You go and you arrest Jacob Seed. You bring him, or as you're leaving, his followers jump onto the helicopter, cause you to crash.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
After you crash, it's revealed that he has a person working for him in the police, and that you no one will be coming to rescue you, basically.
Okay.
From that point,
The Lord helps those who help themselves.
From that point, you're out in the world. You're Far Crying it up. You're doing stuff.
Far Crying it up.
Okay, so here's the problem, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Tell me.
At a jail somewhere are a bunch of cops waiting for the federal marshal to bring the guy they were going to arrest to a jail.
Okay.
When those guys don't come back, somebody's going to be like, hey, what happened to those guys? Should we send some folks out to, like, I don't know, check on them, see if they're okay, see if they had any problems arresting the heavily armed, like, religious fanatic who runs the cult over there? Because, again, this is set in America, and maybe I'm being a little bit too judgy because it's set in America, but, like, Ruby Ridge, Waco, like, we have we have had experience with this sort of thing, and to just completely ignore it, in my mind, makes it weird. Like, it ends up making it weird because you're not saying the thing that we're all thinking, where it's like, oh, you've got a religious person who's like got this compound full of people, and they're militant, and they've all got guns. Well, gee, that's like something that we've heard of before.
Sure.
And that by not saying word number one about that, it ends up being like, well, but then what? Why?
Well,
and, like, I'm all for suspension of disbelief, and like I said, I may be holding this to a higher standard because it's set in America,
right?
But
it sounds
Anyway,
no. I'm with you on that. I was already kind of like when so I watched that first episode with you and Jason and Brian.
Oh Jesus!
And
okay,
God!
Okay.
Oh!
Hold on.
Shit! Oh, I got serious vertigo when that happened.
Yep.
Oh, it has been a while since I
Whoa.
played a first-person game like this.
Yeah. Also, that was a bit of a maneuver that I did right there.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, I mean, it feels like but those are questions you could avoid if you removed the federal marshal perspective and made it more of an everyman perspective, like somebody who maybe is a little more directly tied into what's happening. Like make it a
where the fuck are these guys?
a Resident Evil. I don't know.
Where's this tunnel? God damn it! I was up there already.
Boy.
Or
make it like a Resident Evil 7 situation where your character gets a call or a letter or something or an email from somebody back home. He's from this town,
right?
Left years ago.
Yeah.
Your friend or your sister or somebody. Whoa.
Okay.
There you go.
We're gonna James Bond this shit.
I
don't really understand. I was already up there, but whatever.
Wow,
Far
this
Cry?
is like straight from Far Cry Primal.
Oh, this is straight from Far Cry 4, actually.
Sure, whatever.
Have you ever seen the beginning of Far Cry 4?
Isn't that the one where if you just stay there and don't fuck up, the game ends in like 10 minutes?
But the main thing is that not that, but like the opening section where Jesus, okay, where
I got to get over there.
fuck, these guys are gonna see me in no time. Where Pagan Min stops the bus, and then his lieutenant shoots it up, and then he's like, I told you that nobody was supposed to die. And he stabs that guy, and then he like wants to take a selfie with you, and he's like, "Oh man,
I remember
we're gonna
all that.
fuck shit up."
I remember
And then
all of that.
Plays the clashes. Should I stay or should I go? And there's like nothing. Like that's the very beginning of the game. Is like and then it's and then it just says like Far Cry 4, and like, oh, you're out in the world, you're doing stuff, and it's like great. Now, what a great way to start a game. What a great way to introduce you to the main bad guy.
Sure.
That he's a psycho, and like Joseph Seed, or I think that's his name.
Whatever. Yeah.
John Seed,
The father.
John Seed is the brother. Joseph Seed is the main baddie. He's always just getting up in your face, and it's like, I feel like he's trying to do the Voss thing about, do you know what the definition of insanity is?
Sure.
Except that like Voss did that so much better than this guy is, and like, he's got his little acolytes. And in a lot of ways, they're just kind of like, all right, whatever, do whatever. And I don't know, like, also the fact that you've got all these buddies that you can bring along, and the fact that that I feel like that's there in order to encourage you to play this game. The game really wants you to play co-op, Matt. It really wants you to play co-op. And I like the Far Cry aesthetic of like you against the world a lot more than being like, go get a buddy. There are some places where this game like completely shines, where you have to steal the Optimus Prime looking truck that has the machine guns on the front of it.
That's pretty sweet.
And shoot your way through all these roadblocks and shit. Oh fuck!
What is happening?
This is the Bliss. I think I'm getting. I don't really know. The game does this where it basically takes control away from you every so often, and then makes you go, oh yeah, I'm going to have to do, there's like a weird little vignettes that you have to do with the individual people. With the first guy, he would send out teams that would strafe you with Bliss until you got knocked out, and then he would bring you in and talk to you. The girl would just appear because she was like a witch, basically, because she had this magic drug dust that she would in your face. And then this guy's, you're going to see it, he's got his little...
must be hungry.
his little music box.
You know it takes 10 days for civilization to collapse. Yeah. You take away a man's basic needs and he will revert to his primordial instincts in just 10 days.
That's not how it works.
All right, well...
That's a difficult thing to understand unless you've lived it. I was in Iraq during the first Gulf War. 82nd Airborne All-Americans. Hoorah! One night there was an ambush. And me and this guy named Miller got separated from the unit. No food. No radio. Nearest base, 200 clicks to the south, so we just started walking. Wow. By the third day,
They also like to do this shit. Like I feel
Sure.
like all Ubisoft games like to do this shit.
These protracted monologues.
Yep.
You know what that's like, don't you? Difficult to swallow.
What's wrong with your arm?
They're all fucked
On the
up.
7th day, Miller's legs started going all wonky. Did you know your brain starts to eat your muscles in order to survive? That's why you're so goddamn skinny.
So wait, it was supposed to have been 7 days that we've been in here?
I guess.
And then like did you notice in any way, shape, or form what happened? Or did it just seem like I keeled over and then
I just
to go into this
yeah.
cutscene?
I'm actually not noticing a whole lot of polish
Yeah.
to a lot of the interface and the way things happen.
How so?
like whenever you go to the menu, the screen just goes black for a full second, and I keep thinking something happens, like something's wrong with the game, and like. And it's like, oh, so we've been whatever for 7 days. We've been in a cage for 7 days. What the fuck? What just happened? Like,
so now watch. When he opens that up, my character's gonna go nuts and become this like kill machine, where I have to do this little kill game.
You'll understand that soon.
And I don't really understand why. Like, I don't understand why this is happening to my character. The same way that I didn't understand why my character was more than willing to let the little Faith, the little fucking witch, like bliss him out and then just like be like, oh, you're gonna be one of us now, and like, why are you doing this? I guess that's another thing that, like, Far Cry 4, like, I know you haven't played Far Cry 4, but I think Far Cry 4 is amazing because one of the other things that Far Cry 4 does is it gives you a choice. Like, there's a bunch of times where the game asks you whether you want to side with this brother and sister revolutionary team, and like, who do you want to side with? And the sister is a little bit more militant, and she's willing to bend her principles a little bit more, whereas the brother technically gives you like less, but he's much more willing to kind of stick to his principles. And then it's interesting because you kind of get to decide about that. I just am not really feeling that all that much with this particular game.
There's shit floating in the air, so you know it's spooky.
Yeah, I'm really not sure about this particular. You remember was it in Primal where the sequence was like, or no, it was in Far Cry 4 where it was like you were literally acting out the like the legend of one of their gods or something like that.
I know that like, happened in Primal. In Primal, you're like, you do it a couple of times, like you're like this plague sweeping through the northern lands and killing all the Neanderthals. And then, like, you're also, like, some sort of a sun god. Yeah, you're a sun god destroying the, whatever they are. The,
I think you're
the Fire Clan.
I think you're a tiger in Far Cry 4. I think
sure.
you literally, there's like a story, like a
hey, how you doing?
Nepalese legend about like a tiger spirit that helped out this monk or something, and that it's in one of them where you actually legitimately play as the tiger, I believe.
That's kind of fucking badass.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I just, like, to me, there's just a lot of, okay, I got that far last time. I figured there would be more to it. And then, like, I don't really understand the transition here as thing you're just back at your friend's house, and they're like, oh, we got you back from those guys. And I'm like, why did they let me go?
Yeah, see,
I don't understand.
That context makes a little more sense in Primal, because in Primal you're going on vision quests, and it's
right.
that whole thing, and you never really leave the hut.
There's also, when I was fighting Faith, well, no, that's a spoiler. I'm not going to go into that. But like,
Yeah,
I just,
not.
like, I don't know. I guess it's just, the thing is that the protagonists in the other Far Cry games did have voices, and I feel like that helped them. Oh, okay, so it's one of the deputies.
Get out of here. Okay, only you. Only you. Hey, what about me?
He just said,
You aren't strong enough.
only you. Only me.
You have to get out of here before it starts again.
John, and get me the fuck out of here.
Okie dokie.
So, okay, so it's just been 7 days, and now we've been let out, and okay.
I don't really understand exactly what's going on in this particular section. I don't really understand. They're going to give you a choice at the end of the game. They've already foreshadowed that.
He knows you're ready to do it.
What?
Look. Trials.
What?
See?
I think they're brainwashing you to kill off the resistance that's in this area.
All planned out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then he's got you. It becomes second nature, routine. He gets in your head.
Also, just I don't. At this point, this just feels so Ubisoft. Like,
You understand?
I don't know. It's almost like I think back to Resident Evil 7 and how much of a connection I had to the villains in Resident Evil 7. You know, between Lucas and Jack and Marguerite, that like I really, really had. You know, they really established those characters.
I've studied the route for weeks. It's the only way out.
What do you want to do?
You'll be safe if you don't.
Just shoot all of them. I'll shoot all of them.
We're able
I'll
to
shoot all
like
of
take
them.
out so many people.
I'll shoot them all. Why do they pick only you also?
Oh, you're dead. You broke your neck. Or maybe it's still a dream. Oh my god. Okay, like I am completely lost and now I'm just mad.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't make a lot more sense if you have played the game.
Right. I mean, it just seems like, man, this just seems like a perfect opportunity to make some fucking hateable villains
Yeah.
based on
Well, I guess again, look, it's that thing, right? If you wanted to say something about cults, you could have made them a different type of nondescript cult that didn't have crosses all over them and talked about the reaping and stuff like that. Like, it's not specifically Christian, but like, yeah. I don't remember if this was in 4 or in any of the other ones, but like, I don't like the way that the game stops you from playing the game every so often to go on these weird little meet the boss jaunts. So,
yeah, I'll be honest. If it's like if that's a recurring part of the game,
oh yeah, every area.
It-
so there's 3 areas, and this has happened. It happened with this guy. It happened with her, and now it's happening with him. And I just have to get enough resistance points up to
take them out.
take him out. Yeah, cult
right.
properties.
Well, we got a couple minutes left, so we want to go on something crazy real quick, or
Let's see. I could try. Trying to think if there's a Sakama Falls.
it's that
Reach
nature provides thing.
Snowshoe Lake, prepper stashes. What is this? Salvage camp?
Hmm.
Is that close to where I am? Where am I?
Where am I?
Where am I? Who am I? What am I doing here? This is not my beautiful life.
Where's my?
This is not my beautiful
same as it
house.
ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
It also just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, some of this stuff comes off as a little trite, you know, with them just being like, "Oh, you think that you know what the world is? You know nothing, Jon Snow." And it's just like,
I saw a video today, and I know we've tried in recent memory to not get overly political
Yeah.
on the show, and I'm gonna not get too
You got to try to get overly political with me, Matt?
a little bit. No. I'm just talking about like if you want to, if I'm gonna play a game like this, I really want to feel it.
Yeah.
I want to hate these motherfuckers. And I saw there's a video, I think Vice
The prepper
posted it
stats.
today, about this husband and wife who are they're hoaxers, they're conspiracy theorists, they're deniers basically.
Uh-huh.
They went to the location of this this church shooting that happened maybe I think a year ago, 2 years ago. And it was like 20-something people got shot. It was horrible. It was horrible. They went there with the intent to rile up the community and say, well, you're all just crisis actors and you're all traitors to America because you're just pretending this happened. Your daughter who got killed never existed and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And of course they're not even crazy. They're just assholes that are bored and are trying to make sense of the world in a fucked up, twisted way, which is the basis of most conspiracy theories, is that I can't handle that the world is chaos, so everything must be a conspiracy. Because
Right.
everything must be controlled by somebody.
Yeah.
And if I identify that gives me a measure of control. I want to see people like that in this sort of game. I want somebody to have the balls to make a game like that where those are your enemies. Are these fucked up individuals who actually do exist.
Yeah.
And maybe that's too close to reality for folks.
I'm pretty sure that that's what you're looking at, is that, you know, that there's probably, you know, you would have a huge, I don't know, part of me just says, just do it. Like, just do it, and then you'll probably by doing anything, like I've talked points in the past about the idea that I have of making a horror movie where the slasher is a woman. So like basically imagine Friday the 13th, except that instead of ladies, it's a bunch of dudes, and the big slasher monster is just some like decked out, like the lady that plays Brienne of Tarth on Game of Thrones.
That's serious.
And it's like, yeah, that would probably create quite a bit of controversy because people would be like, oh, here we go again. Now there's got to be lady slasher movie villains as well. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, just do it, and then let the internet make it a thing. Like let the internet do all of your groundwork for you by being pissed, because
I was going the opposite direction with that, where I was going to think that you were going to have people saying like, well, that's not true to reality. This is demonizing women. That's not, majority of homicide, people who commit homicide are men, and that's not making women bad. Maybe not, but
maybe. I guess I just think that at this point, everything pisses off somebody.
Right.
There is nothing that doesn't piss off somebody.
There's a comedian out there who, I wish I could remember his name, but basically he said that there's no such thing as really a line to be crossed. People say, oh, that crosses the line. It's not one big line. What it is that you have a circle. You as an artist or a comedian or a creator of some kind, you have a circle. And everyone is outside of that. Everyone who's outside of that circle are all the people who could be potentially offended. And they are constantly moving in on the circle, or the circle is constantly changing size and shape. And you never really know how people are going to take stuff, whether or not you're going to cross a line with someone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, that's why movies like Bright and Crash are fundamentally fail, because they don't really commit to what they're actually trying to say about racism or class divides or whatever, because if they lean into the reality of it, they wind up alienating half of their audience. Do you know what I mean? It's a whole other discussion, but
somewhat. I guess I just the thing. Oh shit!
All right.
Hey guys,
have some of that. All right. Oh well.
Let's see.
Shit! Whoa! Whoa!
Coming after me. Oh look, there's a whole bunch of these motherfuckers over here.
You got a helicopter.
What are you guys doing? Here, let's have ourselves a fight. Hey, how about this? Do you guys got one of these? Which one of you guys has one of those? Anybody? No.
Yeah, med kit is what you need.
Oh, that's all right.
Pop your finger out.
You don't do that in this game.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, you're not a hardy caveman.
Or a person, because you did that in Far Cry 3 and 4, and you were just a regular person. So.
I just want more blood dragon.
Yeah, there you go.
Get him, cheeseburger.
Get him, cheeseburger. You go get that motherfucker.
Woo!
Get him, you son of a bitch. Bam.
So that's the one thing that Primal has over this game.
Yeah.
You could ride a saber-toothed tiger.
I like the ATVs and the helicopters in this game quite a bit,
but
actually.
it'd be like Kazar.
Yeah.
Kazar, Lord of the Jungle or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not really all that super into Kazar.
You're a communist.
I am not a communist. I'm not a communist. I don't know. All I'm saying is that, like, I think that you maybe we're overplaying. It's a perfectly fine game. Like, there's nothing incredibly wrong about it. It's just that, like I went back and loaded up Far Cry 4. I started it up, and I was like, oh yeah, goddamn, Pagan Min is a great bad guy. It was the reason that I thought that Far Cry Primal fell down was that the bad guys were so.
Well,
like
they just
didn't. They were just meh, they were just there.
Well, they were just representative of different extremes of this sort of kind of overly simplistic view of prehistoric man.
Yeah,
the big brutal Neanderthals or the more diabolical cultish. See, every time it goes black like that, I think either something's wrong with the game or a cutscene's about to start.
Right.
I don't know. It's a little off-putting, but I guess you get used to it.
Let's just kill these guys real fast.
All right, let's kill these guys real fast, and then let's wrap this up.
And then we'll wrap it up. Yeah. See, that's a bunch of trucks that I need to destroy.
Jesus. All right.
So and the thing is that if you've never played Far Cry 4 and you've never played Far Cry 3, then you don't know that the best part of all of the Far Cry series, outside of the weird sci-fi twist in Part 1, which was really interesting, where you play through most of the game, and then suddenly it's like, release the mutants! And then, like, the mutants come out, and you're just like, oops. I accidentally just ran right into the ground.
Well,
that's all right.
Just Cause 2, this ain't.
Is that in Far Cry 3, you play as spoiled rich kid on a vacation.
Sure.
And then Voss is all up in your face, like, all the time. And that guy, that actor, the guy that plays Voss, he is on Better Call Saul. He's a very charismatic, a very good actor. And Voss is, like, hypnotic. Like, you play that game, and it's just like, God damn, this guy is, like, he's got a real draw to him. In Far Cry 4, it's Pagan Min, and Pagan Min is even better than Voss because in Far Cry 3, Voss gets killed off in favor of another Deus Ex Machina bullshit guy that just comes out of nowhere.
Sure.
Whereas in Far Cry 4, Pagan Min is the bad guy from top to bottom. He has a very interesting relationship where he's like, he's a dictator of a country, but he's like, as you meet the resistance fighters in that country, you can almost kind of take a second and be like, yeah, they are really disorganized and they do fight all the time. And one of them really wants to finance their operations through like international drug trade. Like maybe this guy kind of has a weird point. Like I'm not looking to be a despot or anything, but there's a lot of chaos in this country, et cetera, on down the line. Oh, no, wait, this is the wrong thing. Let's see here.
You're looking for oh
where
shit.
Are they? Coming towards me?
Complicated.
Looks like they're coming towards me, but
Like-
I'm just looking for a good story.
Right.
Like a good story. I was talking before on the podcast about Jessica Jones season 2, but the problem with Jessica Jones season 2 is not that it doesn't have Kilgrave in it. You can have Jessica Jones without Kilgrave. I don't feel like you just have to have it. I feel the problem with Jessica Jones season 2 is that the bad guy is not all that interesting. I felt the same way about The Punisher. I felt the same way about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I felt the same way about a lot of things where having a good bad guy, it can be incredibly, can really, God damn it, this can make your story number one that much better. And not having a good bad guy can intrinsically weaken your story because let's be honest, we're human beings, man. We need somebody good to root against.
Right.
We love to root against the bad guy and to root for the good guy. Or sometimes vice versa, who knows?
Sure.
Reach the road and ambush the jammer truck.
Right. I mean, maybe I'm speaking out of turn because I haven't played this game yet, and I don't know
Which one is the jammer truck?
what it's like.
Oh.
Back that way. And I don't really know exactly what is going on with this situation here.
Herc, get out of the road, please. Oops. Damn it. I thought I could do more than one of these at a time. Okay, here we go. God damn it, Herc. This is why I wanted you out of the road.
It looked bad.
There's the truck.
Get ready. It's coming.
There you go.
Done.
Dead at.
What do you think you're doing, huh?
Gonna be happy.
I've got a rocket launcher, you assholes. Do you see any part of this?
Do you see?
It's going to go good for you? Oh,
Do you
yeah.
see?
And then when I run out, I've got the grenade launcher. Oh, Herc got blown up.
They ran over him and then blew up.
See?
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
And especially at this point, when you get to this point in a Far Cry game, and it's just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, the only way for them to make this a challenge is for them to literally take away all my guns, because if I had my guns in my bear... Oh, I think that's just a regular person.
Bye.
I don't know what you were doing. Why were you in here?
That was weird.
Anyway, I don't think it's a bad game. I just think it's kind of, it's fine. So, in any case, Matt, why don't you tell the people where they can find you on the internet?
Yeah, you guys know me. You can find me if you Google Matt Frank and Godzilla and.
Matt's a sleepy
Tiger
guy.
Samurai.
It's
I'm a little.
2:30 in the morning,
It's late,
folks.
and
so.
I've still got stuff to do at home.
Oh
so
fuck! I'm sorry.
yeah,
Matt.
no, it's all right. I was happy to do it. It's always good.
Right. So go check Matt Frank out and show him that you really love him.
I appreciate that.
I will be back later with more. Oh wait, who are you guys? What are y'all up to? Shoot your tires out. Here, let's see. Can you fly, Bobby?
Chicken damn!
Run away! Run away! Cheeseburger! Cheeseburger! Run away! I'm trying to finish the video. Cheeseburger! God damn it, cheeseburger! Get over here! Come over here, cheeseburger!
Okay.
Faster!
Okay, Davey.
All right, thanks, patrons, for everything that you do. Bye! Oh, I scared the bear. Scared the bear.